Okay, now with that set up, okay, from the last video, the next thing I have to do is I have to draw a semicircle here between BCE. You're told it's a semicircle, so I'm drawing a semicircle from BC to E. Okay. And then it's a ellipse between ABE. So I'm going to use my trammel. I'm going to get half the major. I'm going to get half the minor. And I'm going to keep major on minor, minor on major. And I'm going to get my dots for my ellipse down here. Very important that you hand up the trammel at the end. And I would always advise that my students should use tracing paper, because if you ask for blank paper in the exam, they're going to give you a big A2 sheet, and it's very awkward to use a big A2 sheet in the exam. So just ask for a sheet of tracing paper. It'll be A4 in size, and you can easily make up your trammel. Okay? Now, that's my dots got for the ellipse. Join them up. And I've got my ellipse down in plan. Now, next thing we have to do is get our straight line elements into place. And we were told in the question to use 4. So I'm going to use 4 as advised. So I'm going to divide one of the 4 lines up into 4 equal parts. Any angle I like from any end of the line, come on out. I'm going to mark off 4 20s. I'm going to join the last one back to the other end of the line. So I decided to divide up BC. I could divide any line, it doesn't have to be BC. It could be any line you like. And using similar triangles, I'm going to divide up the line, just like what you would do in maths. So that's it divided. And then going to bring them across, and I can use them to divide up the line AB. So I'm not using the construction now, I'm using the finished position. Sometimes I see a lot of kids using this line to divide up these. So there we go, all done. And I'm also going to bring them straight down as well. Go. And I'm going to bring them back across again. Now, I'll put the mesh into place now. You to make sure you go across the object with the straight line elements, okay? Go right across the object. Don't only divide up half the object. There's a couple of ways of remembering this. If you notice that the line AB and EC don't have a letter in common, and I'm joining across to them. Equally, BC and AE don't have a letter in common, and I'm joining across to them. And that ensures that you get the mesh accurately. Join elements that have nothing in common with each other with the mesh. Now, I'm going to label this up next then, for the purpose of the question up above. So that's going to be 1 goes across to 1, and 2, it goes to 2, 3 goes to 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. I'm going to find them in front elevation. I'm going to find them one line at a time, and I'll explain to you why now with this. So I'm going to get 1. 1 is on the line AB. I bring it up. I find it on the line AB. 1 is also on the line EC. I bring it up. I'm going to find it on the line EC. I'm going to join 1 to 1 with its straight line element, and I'm going to go outside the object. I'm not going to stay just inside the kite. I'm going to go outside the object. Then, where the straight line element crosses over the semicircle and the ellipse in plan, I'm going to bring them up, and I'm going to find them on the straight line element in front elevation. There will be one dot, and there will be another dot. And those dots are on the curve that we're trying to find in front elevation. I just repeat the process for 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going to do it for 2 now. and bringing up 2 on line EC, join 2 to 2. Where it's on the line, where the straight line element 2 is on the ellipse, I'm going to bring that up as well. That gets another point on the outside curve, and that gets another point on the outside curve. And then finally I'm going to get 3. And that gets this here. And again, I bring up where 3 is on the semicircle. And I bring up where 3 is on the semiparabola, or semi-ellipse. So now I have these dots here, all the way around. I also have the dot at B and E. And that's what I join up freehand to get my undefined curve in front elevation. Now, you aren't asked in this question to do this, but you could be asked to draw an in view in this question. For example, from B to E. Now, you need to understand what this would look like from B to E, BDE. The curve BDE in N view, in this case, would be a perfect parabola. Okay? Just something to keep in mind. You could be asked that in the question, just something to keep in mind. But we're not asked that today. We're asked instead to get the plane director of AB and DC through B. And we'll talk about that in the next video.